I'll start with hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Welcome to the All Things Rugby review of the Pacific Nations Cup. So far, we've had 2 rounds in the book, and with no Rugby Championship on this week, we decided to have a deep dive into the first 2 rounds of the Pacific Nations Cup. My name's Shanair, and welcome to All Things Rugby. For those that haven't seen the Pacific Nations Cup, it's a competition where we have 6 teams, including USA, Canada, Japan, Fiji, Samoa, and Tonga, all fighting for qualification for the World Cup in 2027. With Fiji and Japan already qualified for the next World Cup, there's 3 positions available for the next 3 top performing teams in the competition. Whoever finishes 6th will face the runner-up of the Pseudo America Championship. And for whoever loses that playoff, there will be one more chance to get into the repechage competition in November over in Dubai. This year, we started with 2 shock wins as the bottom 2 teams from last year, Tonga and Canada, both ended up getting victories. Respectively, Tonga beat Samoa at home and Canada got a shock win against the United States. Coming off the back of those wins, this round saw both Tonga and Canada travel away to the strongest seeding in their groups. Tonga went over to Fiji and Canada went over to Japan. In the first game, although Tonga started really quick, scoring in the first minute, Fiji ran out on top, finishing 32-10 winners. Unfortunately for Tonga, it's like they shot their load last week. This week, they just didn't manage to get the ball to the backs at all. Both Solomon Kata and Charles Piutau only had 4 carries each, and the URC Dragons' new winger, Inisi, only got the ball twice. Compare that to last week, when Pellegrini was putting them in the right positions with his foot and throwing magic passes to the wing. This week, Tonga just didn't have the answer. Fiji, on the other hand, we saw put on a great display against Australia before the Lions series, and they picked up where they left off. With a matchday 23 full of Fijian Drua players, Fiji looked like they had played together all year. The Drua's fly half last year, Caleb Muntz, who will be going to Provence this year, had an absolute storming game. And out wide, Bristol Bears winger Ravuvu showed why he's not going to let Reece Zammit just walk into that Bristol team. Throughout the game, Tonga missed 35 tackles, and no team can come back from that. After their win last week, everyone was hoping Canada could get over to Japan and put on a display like they did against the United States. Player of the match Tyler Arden from last week got called over to France to play for Cass in a friendly against Harlequins, so they were missing a lot of ball carry up front that they had last week. Over the last year, we've seen Eddie Jones play everyone for Japan, from university students all the way through to the older, more experienced players. This week, he got the blend perfect. Eddie also picked 23-year-old Warner Dearns to captain the side, and what a performance he put on. Not only was he a mainstay in the line-out, he ended up getting on the scoreboard as well. Hurricanes have really bagged themselves a great signing there for next year. After playing both second row and blindside last year, Fakatava looks like he's a new player at number 8. His try, when he picked up from the base of the scrum and got past the defence with ease to score, was the first of 2 of his tries he scored. Wild Knights back rower Ben Gunter picked up man of the match in also a great performance that saw him get across for a try as well. As we go into round 3, unless we see some upsets, it looks like the semi-finals already sorted. Samoa will have to get a shock win over Fiji, and the United States are going to have to beat Japan for anything wild to happen in this year's competition. Fiji are currently ranked 9th in the world, and no doubt favourites for this year's competition. I'm sure Eddie Jones's Japan will have something to say about that though. Later on in the year, we'll see Fiji travel to Europe as they take on England at Allianz Twickenham and also travel over to France. And without writing the other teams off, we're all expecting a Fiji-Japan final. Japan will also have 4 more tests. They'll be facing Australia, Ireland, Wales, and in the 10-year anniversary of the Brighton Miracle, facing off against the Springboks. Hopefully this weekend, we can see both Samoa and the United States bring some jeopardy back into this year's competition. Later on in the week, we'll be previewing this weekend's Rugby Championship as both Rassie and Razor announce their teams to face each other at Eden Park. Once again, thank you for joining us at All Things Rugby. Make sure to follow us across all socials and download the Rugby app to stay up to date with everything happening in the rugby world. My name's Shanair, and this has been All Things Rugby.